Hi, this is Logan Garibay, and today I am the embedded reporter reporting to you from the front line of the Orange Spine Easleys. So I am collecting the Orange Spine Easleys. The Orange Spine Easleys are hardback Orange Spine Dungeons & Dragons source books from first edition 1E with Jeff Easley covers. And today I want to talk to you about the Manual of the Planes. So the Manual of Planes is really a fascinating source book. So guess where the Manual of Planes is printed? It was printed in first edition, not in second edition, printed in third edition, printed in fourth edition, and never printed in fifth edition, right? So it's only been printed in 3 editions. There's only 3 different types of the game, of the book. I have the 1E Manual of the Planes, and it's really quite fascinating. And one of the things that's really fascinating is the OSR just blows up every piece of Dungeons & Dragons design that was ever done from 1E. And it's just like, oh, it's all the best. It's, Moldvay and Grubb and Cook, and it's all just sweet, sweet content. There's some nonsense in 1E. I love the Orange Spine Easleys. The Orange Spine Easleys, it's 12 books, and there's one artist, and that one artist, Jeff Easley, defined the game for 7 years with 12 sequential covers going across 3 different settings, going across utility books, going across every core book, and that visual solidification is just invaluable. Dragonlance is the best source book I've ever read. Dragonlance Adventures is the best source book I've ever read, bar none. So there's just a lot of gold in the 1E, but there's some real trash, right? And I'll tell you right now, I've read it cover to cover, Manual of Planes, and it is my opinion that the Manual of the Planes, okay, for the planes construction for Dungeons & Dragons is the shag carpet in the house that needs to get gutted and torn out. It is literally that shag carpet from the 70s or 80s that when, a property owner goes into a house and they see shag carpet, you got to rip that crap out, right? You ain't going to leave that there, right? You got to go to Home Depot and get something new. And I'm telling you, there is nothing valuable, nothing useful, nothing really. Actually, it is original. There is some original stuff in the Manual of the Planes, but it is just bog standard white dude pablum. It's just like, if you're going to build a cosmos, it makes no sense. It relies on the worst tropes, like, the elemental tropes, air, water, fire, earth. It's just like, come on, like, it is not good. Not good. And the reality is, this Dungeons & Dragons is so special and so epic and so pure and so American, right? And I love it, right? But we've really got to figure it. And this is D&D is the house I want to live in intellectually, right? And I do. I've reached a point where I can buy every book I want, and I am quite literally doing that. And we've just reached a point where we got to start being honest about the history. And the settings are not strong. Like, the settings are the worst part of Dungeons & Dragons. And we've just reached a point where these settings are just not good, right? And so I really feel we need to, there is absolutely nothing that needs to be saved from the Manual of the Planes. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. It's a conglomeration of different religions with respect for virtually none, and not disrespect for any, just really no depth. There's nothing there that needs to be preserved, right? So the reality is, D&D is such a special rules element. It really has really made its bones and done really quite perfected what is Dungeons. It's perfect from the perspective of Dungeons & Dragons being this special, really wonderful thing. But the entire Manual of the Planes, they were right to not print it in 5th edition. 5th edition is doing a lot of things right. Not printing the Manual of the Planes is definitely one of them. And honestly, I think all of that, all the Manual of the Planes, it could be jettisoned. It is just not useful. There's nothing innovative there, nothing essential, nothing pure, nothing useful. I'd really get rid of the entire lore of the planes for D&D, and we really need to get something set. And I think that thing that's going to get set is Explorer's Guide to Wildmount. Well, that's my opinion. What do you think? Do you think we should keep the nonsense manual of the planes? I'd love to hear your thoughts. If somebody thinks any of the stuff in there is salvageable, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.